Hey friends, happy Thursday. It is Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures. We are on the Junk and Craft Treasures page and the Degaposh Central page for the IOD release event. So if you are new today, stick around, look at all the cool things that were released today. I have a link in the comments of where you can buy and purchase these things from Degaposh Central. And we are going to have a good time tonight, guys. So if you have caught any of the creators today from noon up until now, it has been a fantastic day. Everyone had fantastic projects. If I haven't got to stay for the whole entire live, I did go back and look at all of them, except for James, because he was on right before me and I had to get on. So if you missed any of the presenters, make sure to go to Degaposh Central's Facebook page to catch everyone that was in the event today. Hey Chris, hey Brenda, how are y'all? Y'all, I'm gonna do my best to not blow my nose or cough on y'all tonight. I do have a runny nose, so I've got a Kleenex handy tonight. Hey Marcy, how are you, dear? All right, first of all, I'm going to show you a couple projects real quick that I did. Hey Raquel and Jamie, you can see right here we've got a canister. We added some really cool transfers. I'll be posting this tomorrow so you can see an up close personal view of that. Hey Kay. And then right back here, I'm going to turn the camera. I've done a garden box that has a carrot, the bunny, and the cabbage from the new IOD release, and I'll be having a reel on that real soon and some photos so you can see that up close and in person. Hey Becca and Luann, and hey Judy. And then up here, I know you can't see it all, but we did some stamping and some transfers on that and transform that frame. And if you're in my stamping group, y'all will catch me either this weekend or the beginning of next week, and we'll go over that step by step as well as in a reel. Hey Patty, hey Terry. I know I missed some of y'all and I am sorry. I will go back and read through the comments. Y'all know that. This is, like I said, IOD release day, so we are going to go over some of my favorites. I'm going to show them to you so you can see them in person. My link does give me an ambassador commission on this, so if you don't have that link, just comment IOD and I will be happy to send it to you after the event. Facebook no longer allows us to do the tags to do it, so just say that you're interested and I will go back and find it and send you a message with that link. And Kay is on here too, and she'll drop it every now and then. Just, I don't know if it's going to show up or not, but we're going to try. Hey Eleanor, hey Brandy and Jerry. Okay, so the first thing we're going to go over real quick, guys. Hey Erin, how are you, dear? Is the molds. They are fantastic. Can y'all guess what has been one of the top sellers today of these molds? If you've been watching my page today, I did post it earlier, so you know it's one of those two. Tell me what you think Degaposh Central sold the most of today, guys. Hey Brenda, hey Ann. All right, so one of our molds right here is this gorgeous wreath with these fantastic details and these bows and this flower. We are going to work on this next week. I will have a reel for y'all to give y'all some inspiration with this. So stay tuned for this because it is coming. Thank you, Kay. And the link may not work when she posts it, guys, but you can go highlight it and it should take you there. And then we have this one right here with our cabbage, our snail, our carrot, our decor, and our top of our carrot right here. Guys, I see lots of things with this besides this little cute box that I did back here that you'll have to come back and see on the replay if you missed it. But we are going to do some fun projects with this. We're going to do some of the letter molds with the carrots. We're going to do some stencils with the carrots. I wanted to show y'all real quick. I did a fun dish with my cabbage. I went ahead and went gold. I know they're normally white with the veins, but I wanted to do gold on here to have a little trinket dish. I did this with some oven baked clay. So that turned out super cute. So there's a lot of different options that we can do with that as well. And then y'all, this is one of my favorites, the crosses. Y'all, look at the detail on these crosses. They are fantastic, and we are gonna do one of these tonight for sure because y'all know I'm working on this black and flowered theme that I have over here with some of the other molds that have already been out. And we're going to add this to our display wall with some of our mold pieces. Thank you, Anne. I appreciate that. So just to show you, and like I said, this was on my page earlier, so if you missed it, but these are just some of the details. Look at that, y'all. Look at those details on those crosses. So they are fantastic. Those are year-round, Christmas, all the things, y'all. So if you don't have the crosses, go snatch them up because they're my favorite. We're going to be doing lots of projects with them. And Jonelle at Decoupage Central, which is where all of this is found, also has some really cool rice papers with the lamb and the settings that we can put these crosses in. So keep in mind kind of like some of those 3D projects with our wood, our decoupage paper, and those crosses. I'm telling you, they're going to be fantastic. And then we have these bunnies, guys. Y'all have been going crazy for these bunnies today. I love it. I can tell y'all are in the spring mood, which makes me so happy because y'all know I love spring. But look at these bunnies. And then you got your little Easter egg up here too, the smaller bunny. And somebody asked me, and y'all, I don't know if I grabbed, hang on. Ooh, I have it. Somebody asked me the height of these bunnies. You are good. You are good, Kay. I will get it later. Facebook can be so finicky sometimes with links. And y'all, if you do want a link to my ambassador link for Decoupage Central, do not use the word link. You use IOD or interested, something like that, because if you use the word L-I-N-C-K, L-I-N-K, why did I say C in there? I don't know why I did that, y'all. Can I blame it on being sick this week? L-I-N-K, it will block you and I won't get to see your page or your comments. Is a decoupage paper something that is mailed or do you have to download? Most of hers is mailable, but she does have downloads available as well. So somebody asked about the bunny size. We're looking at about 5.5 from ears to feet, and the larger one about 5/8 inches. So right in there. So I know Mary Lynn had asked me about that, so I wanted to grab that real quick. And then y'all, last but not least, and we're going to have some of these next week as well that I'm going to have some reels on, are, as you can tell, it's been loved, are these fantastic tulips. Look at these flowers. They are so big, so pretty. We are going to work on some tulip projects for sure. So don't count that mold out. It's very, very pretty, y'all. Spelling is optional on Thursdays. I love that. It is. I'm going to say it is, y'all. So before we hop on over, no pun intended for spring, I'm going to go ahead and pour my mold for this while I have some of y'all on here. And then I'm going to show y'all some more of the products while things are drying, okay, and setting. So we're going to use some black resin because, like I said, we're going to go with our black theme up here because I'm doing a really cool black and flowered themed wall that I'm going to throw some of these crosses in because they're just fantastic. We're going to use black resin today. Y'all have seen me use the white resin. We're going to use black. And Brenda and Jonelle are the ones that got me hooked on this black resin, y'all. I love it. Hey, Mitzi, you love the tulips, Brenda. I know, I feel like they're overlooked. I think they're really pretty, and if you do the shading on the tulips and all those things, I think they're going to be really gorgeous. So we're gonna definitely have a reel on those next week, y'all. If I sound like I am out of breath, I am. I have had a sinus infection all week. And I am doing everything I can to be able to be loud and talk to y'all right now. So, like I said, if it sounds like I'm out of breath, I am, and I do apologize, y'all. Hey, Alicia, how are you, dear? You did the tulips today on your live. I saw those. Those were really pretty. Okay, so we need, on these crosses, this is what we're going to do while it sits up. It tells us on the side how many milliliters that we need. And milliliters, and it's in grams. So my cup has all kinds of measurements on it, so we are going to do the milliliter side. So the cross that I want to do today, I should have asked y'all which one y'all wanted to do today, is going to be the 30 millimeters. So we're going to make it super easy. We need 15 of A and 15 of B. Hey, Myra, how are you, dear? I'm so glad to see you. Yes, can air dry clay be used in these? Absolutely. You just want to put cornstarch in them before you use your clay. I used oven baked clay in the cabbage one that y'all saw just a little while ago. So that was clay, and then resin on the top of it after it came out of the oven and painted. And then I use IOD air dried clay. So these cups are not refillable. These cups are not reusable, but you can get like 100 for, I want to say $18, something like that. And they're just useful for me because I am horrible with measurements. But my clear resin, I do have, let me get that, because this has to set for 30 minutes, y'all. So this is why we're going ahead and doing this now. So the clear resin, I use the other cups for. I don't know why, but they're the silicone cups. All right, so we really didn't need a whole lot on this one. I was making sure that didn't look like it was enough. If it's not, I'll show you what to do if you don't have enough in there. Hey, Donna. Okay, so we're going to stir for 1 minute, and it's already black. And like I said, this has to set for 30 minutes, guys. So it is 7:10. So somebody at 7:40, let me know, okay? You've been thinking, oh, I love it. Oh, awesome, Jerry. Yes, and I did get this at Michael's. I get them when they're 40% off. I know Hobby Lobby has them, and I think Michael's sale price is Hobby Lobby's regular price, but I did order some of the larger ones, so I'm not 100% sure, guys. So thank you for the hearts. Thank you, Teresa. I am trying not to sniff on y'all, and I'm a little bit out of breath, but we are going to be good. After the live, I will take a break and put my feet up. Y'all know me, I am not going to miss an IOD event. They happen 3 times a year, spring, summer, and fall, winter, and y'all know I'm going to be here. I am always here for these things. Okay, so I am not left-handed, so I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to do right hand. And y'all, even though it looked deceiving, look, it is perfect. Going to have the perfect amount. I'm concentrating. I got really quiet, y'all. I can talk a lot, y'all. Y'all should know that by now, though, too. All right, so we are going to put this in here, and we are going to set it to the side. Hey, Carolyn. And we will come back in 30 minutes, guys. I'm going to move these molds that I showed y'all. If you're just hopping on, come back and catch the replay so you can see all those in person. And then I am just going to slide this up here on my table. Let me get it on a flat spot. I got a brush right there. And we're going to let it do its thing, okay? All right, let's show you some more things, and then we'll get on to some more projects, guys. All right. Stamps. I do have a private stamp group. It's called Stampin' with Junk and Craft Treasures. If you are not in that group, you need to go over there and ask to be added. We have a stamp group started the end of last year. We're really going to start kicking it off here in the next couple weeks, and I'm going to show you how to do all the fun things with stamps if you're intimidated by them. But IOD has great stamps, and you didn't order them yet, so I just want to kind of go over these with y'all real quick. So emblems came out, which I know they are backwards, but they are emblems. And y'all, I wanted to show y'all, I'm going to head and open this because and of course it's going to be on this side, I love sunflowers. And I have to show y'all this one right here. I don't know if y'all can see it. Look at that, y'all. Oh my gosh, if we take some watercolors with this stamp, oh, I'm obsessed with that one right there. Can y'all see that? Give me some hearts if y'all can see that. I did it the wrong side. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so pretty. All right, so then there's other ones in here. That's my favorite out of this set. But there's so many in here, y'all. Let's see if I can get this one going the right way. So many pretty options in this one. So it does come with the sleeves. So, no, it sits. You sit for a minute and let it set for 30 minutes. That is what it's supposed to sit for 30 minutes. I may have said sat, but yes, it sits for 30 minutes. All right, so this is the emblems. And y'all, I'm trying to be organized here. I'm trying. I'm telling you, Teresa, it is a sinus infection. I'm on antibiotics. I am on day 2.5 of antibiotics. I am so much better than I was earlier in the week. But I don't know if y'all just heard that my voice does go in and out. So I noticed today, if you hear it start cracking and I start squealing, sounding like a bird, it's going to happen. I don't know why, but it is, but it goes away. All right, guys. Then we have the lace. Let's talk about this real quick for 25 minutes. I am obsessed with this lace, but what I liked even more when I got this lace was this bottom design right there. Look at that, y'all. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is going to be fantastic for backgrounds. It's a big chunky stamp, so you're not going to have to pick up and do a whole lot of different things. And y'all, it is fantastic. I used it on the picture that was up there in the corner. If you missed that, go catch it so you can see that in the background. So pretty. All right, I haven't opened this one yet, but these are, I'm not even going to, y'all know I can't say the floors correctly, so I'm not going to try to say the first word, but we have our, y'all, I have to take it out. I can't stand the glare on these. It won't take that long. It won't take that long. Hey, Jennifer. And these come with bonus reusable mask. If you don't know what that is, another reason to go over there in the private stamp group, because I'm going to show you how to use these as masks. Y'all, look at that chandelier. Oh my gosh. Look at that one. Okay, so Kay, if you are on here, answer this for me if you're still on here. Kay and Brenda, can y'all not see those for Halloween backgrounds? Can y'all not see that being used for some Halloween as well as spring? That's what we see. I don't know about you. Yay, Tammy. It is really pretty. It is really pretty. Okay, y'all. I think y'all are going to be able to see this one. And then we have this set right here, which is the Meadowlark. And we have the flowers, the birds. Brenda, I don't know if you saw this with all of the different butterflies. And remember, guys, we can watercolor with stamps. You did order it, Brenda. You did see it. We can watercolor with all of these. So what we do when we watercolor with these, and they have sunflowers on here too, y'all, is we stamp them with a waterproof ink. And then we come in with our watercolors and we just go around the black edges of it, and it makes it really cool. So if you haven't done that, we'll be doing that soon as well. All right, guys, you know I'm obsessed with transfers, any type of transfers. I feel like they elevate your projects. So I got all the transfers. So be ready, guys. We're going to have reels. We're going to have lives. We're going to have all the types of things. We're going to have YouTube video tutorials, everything, y'all. But I'm going to hold these up so you can see the different flowers and designs on here. Y'all, aren't those great? This is called Transfers by Any Other Name. Transfer by Any Other Name. So pretty. Then we have Transfer Saint Owen. Did I say that right? I'm not sure. With these, look how pretty. And those colors, y'all. Oh my goodness. And then right down here we have the bust heads, and y'all, love those. And I'm going to show y'all, when I say beautiful coloring, look at that coloring. That's what I'm talking about. These are timeless colors, not covers. Timeless. So pretty. And then also, which you might not have seen this on the back, but look at these cool black and white transfers. Oh my gosh, those are so cool. So that is the Transfer Saint O-U-E-N. I'm not going to say it again because I'm sure I said it wrong. And then we have the Transfer Flora Greca. I think that's right. So we have all of these designs right here. And I think, oh, I'm going crazy. Is this, I was looking, I don't remember, hang on y'all, maybe it's this one. Which one is it? I may not have gotten, I don't know where it's at. I lost my train of thought, y'all. I was looking for something and I didn't see it. But here we go. super fantastic. And then my favorite, not that these are not my favorite or I would not have them, one of my super favorite, the one that I just showed you is Transfer Flora Greca, Greca. I think that's right. And that one does have a C, unlike the Link word I used earlier that I threw a C in. Y'all, I am obsessed with these, and you're going to look at the pages on these with me. So this is 8 transfer sheets of Madeline, okay? I think this for furniture and home decor projects is fantastic. Okay, just take a minute, soak all of this in, y'all, because it is great. Look at that bouquet. I mean, come on, y'all. Give me some hearts if y'all don't agree with me that these are absolutely stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. And y'all know I had to get an extra set of another set of transfers last year. This is probably going to be the same thing. I mean, come on, y'all. Look. Just look at these. Y'all, can y'all tell how excited I am about these? The colors are fantastic. And then, y'all, I can't even. Look at these. Y'all, are those not fantastic? And we're only like 5 sheets in. These are gorgeous. Y'all, look at that herring. Look at that bouquet right down here. The sides for our projects. Y'all, I can't. Okay, y'all, look at this. Look at these. Y'all, I can't even. Are these not, like, look at that. The colors and the birds. I mean, so pretty. So pretty. Of course, I would pick the biggest one to show you every page. And then we have another one, like the front one that we saw originally. We're good. No foul there. That paint fell, y'all, and it scared me. All right, so those are our 8. 8, yes, 8 transfers, y'all. So good. I was so excited, y'all. I'm throwing paint now. And at least it didn't fly up and hit me all in the face, right, y'all? Because that has happened. But let me pick this up with my grabber. Y'all, that's going to be too heavy, and we're going to have a mess if I don't. So hang on. I got to pick that up with my hands because I could see me totally dropping that with the grabber and going all over my stuff back here and crying on the live and being like, no, I've been sick all week and then that happened. That would be a good blooper though. Okay, so we are waiting on our cross with our black resin right here. We're waiting on that to dry or to set. So let's work with some of the transfers. Should we work with that set that I just showed y'all? Because I love it. And I want to do, y'all have seen these before. We have these, Terry cuts these, and they make gorgeous projects with these transfers. So I'm of course going to use these with them because I have a cutting board obsession and I put stuff everywhere. And I know it drives Terry crazy, but I love cutting boards. So I am thinking we're going to do something really fun on this. So let's see which one we want to use. I am kind of sad to use them, but y'all know my philosophy. If you're going to order some transfers, use your transfers. Big thing of mine. So, y'all, which ones do we want to use? I don't even know. I don't even know which ones I want to use. This is going on a box, I can tell you that right now. I know that for a fact. But what I was thinking, y'all, hang on, and I may have missed it. It may have been back here. Maybe not. This one is gorgeous. it has the really cool sides, which don't necessarily have to be a side. So I'm wondering, let's see here. Let me think about this in my head for a second. We could use both of those, but I love the bouquet. Should we use this one or this one? Or should we use both of them? Should I hustle? And y'all, I can't even decide what I want to use. These would be really pretty along the bottom. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's back up. Let's use this one. Does anybody else ever get like that feeling, hey Angie, when you're getting ready to cut into your transfers and you're like, here it goes, this is it, we're committing. That's how I feel right this second, because I love this book. Love it. One thing I want to stress to y'all when you use your transfers, don't do this with them all the time. Try to keep them together. Transfers do have a sticky adhesive on the back, but if you continue to lift it and do all the things like I was just showing y'all, they may not stick as well, and then you may have to use something to help it adhere. So what I normally do, if I don't leave it connected, I will put like a paper clip or a piece of tape around both sides just to keep it, if it's a small portion like that, just so I don't accidentally set it on something or in between something to where it could lose that adhesion, because that can happen. And y'all have seen me do that on lives where I will set something to the side and I don't have it taped and my other transfer will go up underneath it, and game over. I can't use it because it messes up my transfer. So I'm just speaking from experience of things that has happened to me that you don't want to happen to you, because you are spending your money on these and we want to make sure they look good and work just right. So those are some tips for you. Okay, y'all, that is going to be gorgeous. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this is what I'm thinking. So we're going to put this in the center, and then we are going to come over here with this one, because it pulls up on that bow, and we're going to do a little bit right here and a little bit at the top. So what I want to do, actually we can use this one. That one's on the end. That one will be better anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the whole thing when I get to the project and I know what I'm using. Then I will do the tape and etc. So let's get that down. Oh, and you know what, y'all? Let me see. I have, okay, hang on. I'm doing two things here. I've got 30 minutes left. Y'all know we got plenty of time. Okay, so we're going to use this bouquet. We're going to do a little floral decor down here at the bottom and a little floral decor up here at the top. And then y'all know me, I'm going to take a little bit of this and I'm going to put it around here. But we have plenty of time for that. So what I want to do real quick, because I know y'all want to see what this looks like. I'm going to take, is this the smallest one? Here, let's grab this one real quick. It's smaller. Okay, put that there so we don't mess it up since we cut the transfer. I want to grab real quick, hang on y'all, here it is. I want to grab my lace, and y'all, we could even do this at the bottom of that. I wasn't even thinking about it, but we're coming back to the lace stamp. We're going to use this one because I want to show you how to do a cool design with this. But first, we need to paint this. So I'm going to go ahead and paint it white. Just so y'all, I have not re-inked my ink pad, so it might be a little bit lighter than normal, but I just now thought about this and somebody had mentioned it, so I want to do it. The transfer, y'all, okay, this is my day. Y'all know that these brushes come apart on me all the time, so I stick fast this so it didn't come apart, and it stuck to my Posca pen. It ran down. So now I forever have a Posca pen glued to my paintbrush. So we don't want to use that one. We're going to set this one over here. That's great to know. We'll try to get that off with some acetone later. Yeah, the lace is gorgeous. So let's do the transfer that we are using is Madeline. It is Madeline or Madeline. I'm not sure if you say it Madeline or Madeline, but all right, let's get a good coat of paint on this one. I probably should have used the bigger one, but I'm still going to show you how we can make this really cool with this lace. I think it's going to work. Y'all can see my vision on this. I'm going to leave a little bit of the sides exposed. I'm going to go ahead and do my sides. I know, y'all. I mean, what are the odds of that? I was trying to, y'all could tell it had been washed and loved on before, so I was trying to save the brush, but y'all, it ate my Posca pen. What are the odds of that? And that I didn't even see it happening. Because I put it in a different jar, like a different jar, a different container. Because I knew that it had stick fast on it. Now we're getting dirty. Now we've done the previews and stuff, y'all. So now we are down getting our hands dirty. All right, so what do I need? I need to follow the cords. Here is my dryer. Okay, so we're gonna get this good and dry. Y'all, I appreciate y'all being here tonight. They may not still be on there, Susan. I will check after. She may have had to order some more. I will find out for you, my friend. I will find out. And y'all, if you're interested in any of these transfers, molds, stamps, just say that you're interested or IOD, and I will personally send you a link after the live. Or if you don't want to wait that long, you can go back and go through my page, and I have it posted like 1,000 times today. So, whichever you prefer. Y'all, I'm fixing to have a coughing spell. So, excuse me. I'm going to try not to turn all red, but I am going to grab a sip of water real quick because I have been talking for 30 minutes. I think I've talked more today than I have in the last 2 days. We're going to try to avoid the coughing for y'all. All right, we're going to do this just like we would anything else, and we are going to give it a good sanding. This is a high grit sandpaper. If it's wet, you will have it come off on here. We want it dry. Even with stamps, we want it dry. And then we're just going to wipe off any residue. You'll see me do this with my transfers, doing the same thing. Now, what I want to do is I am going to, oh, did I pull it? I pulled it. Hang on. Okay, so, y'all, this white paint is going over here because that's the second time I dropped it. So the third time, it is all going to end up on me. I promise you. It is not, Brenda. It is not. Okay, so I have an acrylic bigger block. These sheets do come with IOD, and you can use them. I am going to use this because it's going to give me a little more support. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put this down, okay? And I'm going to ink it up really good, y'all. And like I said, I don't know how much ink is in my ink pad, and we may have to grab a different color, but I think we're gonna have enough. I think it's deceiving with this lace from what I noticed last night. Okay, and I'm gonna show y'all, I do not have clumpy, lots of runny ink. It is just barely on there, but can y'all see that? Give me some hearts if y'all can see that. So it's nothing that's really goopy. I don't know how to say it. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to lay this down on my surface, and I am going to press it in with my fingers. And this is that acrylic's going to help me get a really good press here. Okay. And I'm going to lift it straight up, and we have this gorgeous lace pattern. Okay. And we're going to do that all the way down. I am stamping my, what do you call it? Table. All right, so now I'm going to move it over just a little bit. Hey, Julie, how are you? I know, Kay, but I'm telling you, y'all have like gone through the bunnies today. And then I'm going to move it over just a little bit, guys, so we're going to have that line. We're just going to put that line on there, and I'm going to do half and half, and I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, same thing. We're going to press down, really get that on there, and lift straight up. And y'all, I didn't get enough right there. That's okay, because we're using this as a background. Okay, and then I'm going to do one more, because this is going to be a background piece. But I just want to show you how we can stack it together. I should have used a different color or an ink pad that was actually inked, but I'm gonna try to get all of it this time, y'all. So that was an error on my end, not the stamp. And you can go back and paint over it if you don't like it, but we're gonna put a transfer in the middle, so it's gonna be fine. And then I'm gonna do the same thing, and so we have it all the way down. Okay. Can y'all see that? So we just kind of went down. I know that middle one is a bad example. So y'all, hang on, because y'all know me. I gotta show y'all what it looks like when it's right. So we are going to, real quick, because I like to show you how to fix things, especially if you are new to stamping, because this can happen, especially when you're on wood. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come up, and I am just going to do a coat of paint over this. And actually that looks really cool like that, but let's go ahead, because I want you to all see the full effect, even though we're going to have a transfer there. Y'all know I like to teach when I do my lives, as well as show you the projects, because I want y'all to be able to have good results. Now, if this was on cardstock, you couldn't do this, okay? Because if you were on a cardstock that was a certain color, you wouldn't be able to paint over it. So I'm just doing 2 coats of paint. My big acrylic block, I think I got it at Walmart. I think that was a Walmart purchase. And like I said, IOD has the large plastic, but I do, with my CP, using that plastic is a little bit hard for me to get a firm grip. So it is easier for me to use the acrylic blocks. All personal preference. Okay, so let's come back over here. Now, it's gonna be a little bit hard for me to line up those lines, y'all, but I'm gonna try. It's not gonna be perfect, I can tell you that right now. And we do have a stamping group for this too, y'all, like I said. So if you want a link to the stamping group where we do one-on-ones, answer questions, give you tips and stuff, just comment that you want to go in that group. It is solely for IOD stamping. It is my group, not sponsored by anyone but me. Okay. And I can tell that that's on there crooked, but we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I know I'm not going to get that lined up perfect, y'all, so give me some grace on that. We'll just have a double line right there. Hi, Elizabeth. All right, same thing. Press down, lift straight up, and now we have our beautiful background, y'all. Okay, and I did pretty close with the line, but not exactly, but we'll fix that when we put our transfer on there. And then all I'm going to do is take this up right here. I don't care if it's stamped all the way. Just want to bring a little bit of that up there at the top, okay? So, super pretty. I'm actually going to take it up. We're going to put a little bit right here. All right, so I brought it all the way up. See, so even though this is a thin stamp, we can piece it together, okay? So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and we're going to put a transfer over this as well, guys. But I wanted to show y'all how beautiful that lace is, and I didn't do it justice because it's not a full sheet. It was just a little bitty piece, but super pretty. Where's my lid? Here is my lid. All right, guys, we are at 740, and we are good, I can tell. So we did this cross at the beginning of the live with some black resin. If you missed this, go check it out. We have black resin in here, parts A and B. It takes 30 minutes to set up, and all we're gonna do is pop this out just like we do our other resin. Y'all, give me some hearts. We would not, if we don't want to, we don't have to do anything to this. Absolutely stunning in our black. When we lay these down, this is the matte side. If you want the front to have a gloss, all you need to do is do a gloss varnish and you'll be good. Y'all, I may have lost y'all for just a second because the front door opened and I forgot to turn that off. So don't leave me if I lost you. All right, so we're gonna take this, and no, I haven't forgot about my other project. We still have plenty of time. We have 20 minutes. Yes, store your ink pads upside down like this, but I will tell y'all I use IOD ink and my IOD stamps, and I don't always store them down all the time, and I don't have my ink all the way through my pad. Can y'all see how it's kind of still white right there? And I have used, this has been very well loved. It's like 3 years of love there. But yes, you can store them down to help the ink go towards the bottom, or in my case, you can store them upright and they're still good. Okay, so, and I just don't have my black ink handy, and that's on me because I decided on the fly that I wanted to show y'all that. They sure can. All right, so we have our black. This is what it's going to come out like if you use the black resin, so we don't need to paint black at all. And let's grab some Rub and Buff. I know I'm not doing silver, y'all, but my theme back here is the golds and the black. But it would look absolutely gorgeous in the gold. I just need to find the right gold that I want to use, because we've got a European gold, we've got an antique gold, we've got a gilding gold. Here is my antique. I am almost out of my antique one. Is that antique too? That's gold leaf. Oh, I'm out of breath again. And oh, I've got a whole nother gold antique. I'm good. Antique gold. Okay. Yes, y'all, I'm gonna be busy answering questions, and I will tell y'all sometimes Facebook restricts me from answering a whole bunch of questions at one time. So if they do, don't worry, I will come back to you, I promise. All right, I am using an eye makeup sponge for my Rub and Buff, just because, oh, I know, Janet. It's hard, trust me. Bank accounts feel it. I understand, my friend. It's not good for your hands and your fingers, so I apply it with the eye makeup sponge because it gives me a little more control than a latex glove, which I do use my gloves sometimes, but this just helps me really get the raised and that detail effect with some control. All right, y'all, are y'all gonna love this? Look at that. Oh, look at that. These are so pretty. So pretty. All right, let's go down the bottom. So here is another tip. If you do like the black and you're like, but I don't have 30 minutes to wait for this. If you're working on other projects, you can do the same thing that we did. You can go ahead and pour it at the beginning before you start your other projects, and then by the time you're done with your other projects, you can come back and it will be set up and ready to go. And then if you want to pour another set, you can pour another set and then come back the next day, and then you've got 2 of your sets if you do booths or craft shows or anything like that. All right, y'all. Give me some hearts if you love that as much as I do. That is fabulous. If you want the link for the crosses, just put the word cross in here and I will link it for you after the live. And y'all, Jonelle does free shipping at $40, okay? So anything over $40 is free shipping. I haven't seen anybody else do shipping like that. So I love the crosses. Can you tell I love the crosses, Brenda? I am obsessed with the cross. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So you're interested in the crosses, just comment cross and I will get that sent out to you. All right, let's go back to one of the original ones that I started. Okay, and they're also big sellers for me too, Brenda. I do a lot of, I've done a lot of stenciling and stuff with them before, and they are, y'all, okay, I was gonna ask your opinion on something and I just went to town with that white. What if we do a soft pink background? What do y'all think? Like this tea rose. What do y'all think? Should we do the tea rose or should we do white? This is what we're using. Should we mix them? Let's mix them. Let's mix them together. Hey Kimmy, I didn't see you on here, my friends. All right, let's see how dark this is gonna be. Let me shake it up real quick. I didn't think about that. I'm telling you, Brenda, I'm obsessed with the black. You told me to try it, and I did. Okay, so I love that statement, Marilyn. What did y'all get today? What is your favorite? We're going to mix this pink and this white together, I think, because it's going to tone it down a little bit, but I think it's going to make it fabulous. So y'all let me know. And I said we were going to put them together, but we may not. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to do the pink and then I'll go back and just see. Tea rose, yes. Tea rose. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the pink and then I'm going to go back and just add some white like we did in the middle. I think that's going to give it some character. I know y'all are not used to seeing me do the rustic look today. It's coming. It will definitely be coming. I'm just looking. I think everything's going to show up fine on this. But I am going to add just a little bit of that white in the middle. And y'all, I'm hardly pulling any paint when I dip in this brush just because I don't want a super thick layer on here because it'll take it a little bit longer to dry. Yes. Okay. All right. So we've got that on there. We're going to do one coat of that. And while it is still wet, I'm going to take a little bit of my white and just pull in. Remember, we're going to have designs on here. I've had this conversation a million times with y'all. When we do fun backgrounds like this and we have designs, remember the background may look crazy, but when we put the transfers on there, it looks really cool. All right, so we've just got some, it's kind of hard to see, but we do have some white streaks in there with some of the exposed wood, which I think is going to look fabulous. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Jennifer was talking about that she had some vet bills with her cat, so I get it. Every time I had a dog, I swear that's where my paycheck went, so I completely get it. Oh, okay, I get you, Susan. I get you. We will have lots of projects coming up. I've got this one back here that I did a garden tote that I showed at the beginning, or garden box. And I will have the video on it probably Saturday. You ordered the bunnies, tulips, Emily, Claire, Benny and the Names, and Meadowlark, and the lace stamp. I love it, Brenda. Your cart looks like my cart. I don't know if Diane's on here or not, but we watch this one girl on here all the time, and she's like, immediately, yes, add to cart. And that's what we were like, immediately have to have the lace, add to cart, have to have those transferred. Okay, so if you're wondering why I'm heating this a little bit longer, if you've never watched me apply any transfers before, we want to make sure that our surface is completely dry. Because if we have any type of moisture in our paint when we go to lay our transfers, they are not going to stick. They're not going to adhere. So we want to make sure that our surface is completely dry, guys. I cannot stress that enough. And you want an oil-free surface, okay? So dry and oil-free surface. Those are the key things. We will have a quiz at the end of the live to see if y'all remember that. I'm just kidding. You need to order, well, if you would like my ambassador link, guys, just let me know by commenting IOD, and I will put my ambassador link afterwards. I do get a commission on those referral orders as an ambassador with Decoupage Central. So if y'all are going to buy something and y'all don't mind using my link, let me know and just comment IOD and I'll get it to you. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yes, they totally are. Okay. So we're going to do a sanding just like we did. We are using chalk paint, so I really want to make sure one was chalk paint and one wasn't. So I want to really make sure that we've got a good, smooth surface, no paint on our sander, high grit. Okay, can y'all see the white now? So we've got some of that white, some of that blush, T-rose, I guess, is the proper name for it. I love it, Brenda. We're going to have fun with that lace over there in the group. Trust me. Everybody's going to want the lace and the chandeliers by the time I'm done. Okay, so we've got this. We are going to use this beautiful transfer right here. And we are going to put it right in the center, and it's going to be fantastic. The reason I wanted to add a little bit of white is because we do have some of these pink transfers, and I wasn't sure how the light pink was going to show up, so it might look better with the white on there, but we'll see. So we're going to peel off the back. We are going to place it on our surface where we want it, and I'm going to kind of do it in the middle because, like I said, we're going to use that at the top and the bottom. And if you are a measuring person, this is the time that you can measure. I am not a measuring person. I am a apply it and go girl. What was I going to say? This was a 600 grit. You can use anything above 200. Oh no, I knew what you meant, Jamie. I read it and I didn't comment, but I knew what you meant. At least I hope that's what you were talking about. All right, so every transfer set comes with this tool that you can burnish your transfer in with. Y'all, like I said, my grip on my hand, I do use a different tool, but you can absolutely use this tool just like this. See, there's nothing special about the one that I'm using over here that I'm fixing to switch to, but you just go and you transfer it onto your surface. This is just going to help me do a little bit larger area at one time. I can be a little more rough with this particular tool. I used a Cricut tool for years, so whatever works easiest for you. I do go around my transfers. If you've watched me ever do any transfers, I go around the sides. And the reasoning on that is, and y'all give me some hearts if you know what I'm talking about, when you go to do your transfer and you get all the way to the bottom, you get to the sides and you pick it up and it didn't transfer all the way and you end up losing part of your transfer. So this is why I go all the way around it on the sides and the bottom. That way I know that it will all be adhered when I get to that middle piece. So that's just how I do it. It works easier for me that way. You can hear it kind of crackle when it, Jamie, my autocorrect girl. You should see some of the conversations that I have. And I will say, you know, I'll talk to Jonelle every now and then about different things, just finding out stuff. And I am glad that she reads my crazy text messages, because sometimes they are insane. You cannot even tell what I attempted to write, but she figures it out. Okay, so then I'm going to come back up here. And I saw somebody say they're already loving this cutting board. Y'all, I am obsessed, and I haven't even taken it off yet. So I am super, like I said, I am super excited about all of the transfers. I think they are vintage, timeless, perfect. I love the, oh, what color would you call the heron? Like that mauve, maroon color, I guess is the word, maroon. Just stunning. Okay, and we're almost completely off. But see what I'm talking about? Like working on the sides. That way we can come back to a common area. So when it's done, we know that it's all down, and we can pick it straight up. Y'all, this is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I am so glad we went with the pink. I run my hand over it just to make sure that everything is down. Sometimes you'll feel the glue around the edges, and I'll just kind of take my finger if I can feel it. Y'all, I need to do nothing else to this, and this is fantastic. I would sell this for $25 to $30, just to give you, if it was just like this. Is that not gorgeous? Oh, y'all, now I don't know. Now, I wanted to add this down at the bottom and this at the top. Are y'all okay with that if we do that? I still want to do it. I want to see what it looks like. This is going to help you know what yours would look like if you decided to do it this way. So we're going to do it. We are going to do it. All right, so I'm going to measure. These have lines on them. Cut a little bit extra just in case. And then I need to make sure I have it turned the right direction. Y'all, and I'm going to have just enough for the top. I'm so excited. I can't stand it. Okay. Like I said, don't be scared of your transfers, y'all. We got this. All right, that is the right direction. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, so do I want to pick up more of the blue? I do. I'm gonna off center it just a little bit so I can really get some of that blue on here. Be careful setting it down. Oh, this is gonna be so pretty. Okay. And then I thought about having them go down, but I think I want to have them go up. This is from the new IOD collection. So if you are just hopping on and are interested in these, comment IOD and I will send you the link. Oh, y'all saw what I almost did there. We almost had a crying moment. Not really. Everything's fixable. Y'all know that. Don't ever let your work stress you out, guys. It is always fixable, just like that stamp that we did a minute ago. Totally fixable. So don't ever let your project stress you out for perfection. It's handmade. If we wanted it perfect, we'd go to the store and get it, guys. This is your masterpiece. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing. Gonna work around those edges. I'm gonna meet back in the middle. Isn't that a song? Meet in the middle. I may be losing my mind, y'all. I may have had too much Benadryl today. that I'm actually singing as I am working. Y'all, that's a rare thing. You don't get that very much from me. I want to thank all of our presenters that presented today for Decoupage Central in the event. Appreciate all of y'all. I hope y'all had a fun day. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it. Look at that down there. Look at that. Oh, gorgeous. And like I said, we could have left it the other way, but I wanted to see what it would look like. And it's going to be fantastic. And I'm going to save a little bit of that flower. I know I've got one right down here too, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Because y'all know me, I don't like a whole bunch of white space up at the top of my projects. And guys, anybody that used my link today, I appreciate it more than you know. This is part of our business, so that is how we make some of our money. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all that used my link today. If you need my link, just comment IOD, new release, interested, and I will drop that link down for y'all. I know I sound like a broken record to y'all that have been on here the entire time, but hang on, I always say work in the middle, y'all, and I got excited and I missed that part of my leaf. So I'm just gonna lay that back down, and voila. What do y'all think? That is gorgeous. Let me just add my little signature flower up here in the corner. As y'all know, I've started doing this on a lot of my pieces. And then we're gonna add one right here. So y'all, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Like I said a minute ago, if there is anything that I can help y'all with, send me a private message. I will be happy to help y'all. We ended up using almost the entire piece of that bottom, which is amazing. But y'all, super excited, glad that I was able to be here with y'all today. All right, there we go. Finished project. Let me smooth that in right there. So cute. We could put some twine right here, leave it like this. I may add one more little part right here. But y'all, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Let me recap our projects real quick. I didn't put a transfer on the lace that we did. Ran out of time, but there is our stamped background. I'm gonna put a transfer over it, so I will post that soon. And then our cross piece. Stop it. I love it. I love it, Raquel. All right, guys, that's all I've got for y'all. And like I said, thanks for hanging out today. I had a blast with y'all. Lots of good projects. You all get to see me drop my paint. Any questions? Drop them down below, guys. This one is fabulous. I love it. See y'all later. If you need my link, let me know, guys. And I will see y'all Sunday at 1 p.m. Central. Bye, guys.